welcome to this session, Fun with the Ancestors session. But this is a little serious here. You have options. This is for folks who you have to choose between more than one option. And the time to choose is now. And you just don't feel clear. Like, where should you choose? What should you choose? Who should you choose? If it's a choice between people, places, things, if you're feeling very confused, I can try to give you some clarity today that could help point you in the direction of where you should go. Now, remember, my readings are very accurate. However, what the hell? I read energy. So energies switch. Okay. So as long as this vibration is maintained or the energy is maintained that is felt during this session, then everything should be 100. So let's take a look at these piles first. The first pile is pile number 1, represented by this ring. And it says you are invited. Pile number 2 is represented by this ring. And the card says the call. And pile number 3 is represented by this ring. And the card, the thin veil. So let's take some breaths and see where we feel called. Let's get grounded and connected to the energies in this reading. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. Exhale. Take another deep breath in. Filling up with the light and love of the universe. Exhale. Releasing anything that doesn't serve a purpose in your energy anymore. Take another deep breath in. Feeling the love and the guidance of your spirit guide team. And exhale. Glowing up even more, sitting in the energy of that love and light. And one more deep breath in. Connecting to the earth, your source for abundance, your life force, connecting to source energy. And exhale, letting go of any worries, any stress, any shame, any guilt, any anger, any sadness, any resentments. Let it all go. And let's be in the present and open to the messages in this reading. And hopefully by now you made your choice. If not, you can pause the video, but I am going to be right back with pile number 8. Pile 1, welcome to your session. I think I want to get an easel. Yeah. Okay. So you were drawn to one of my favorite rings. This is my frog ring. And this has a lot to do with transformation and change. When you need to be flexible, for one, adaptable is actually the word I'm looking for. When you need to be able to adapt to different environments, to switch up an environment when necessary. They usually come around when you have a choice between where you want to go. Movement, it could be career, but it has a lot to do with being able to adapt to a new environment or to move into something new, to the point where it becomes the norm. Like, it could be new to you, but it doesn't feel that way, if you know what I mean. And the card you were drawn to is you are invited. Suit up, show up, and open up. I don't know why I feel like this pile, you may have something to do with your career, a change. But this card is your advice card and is read last. Let me bring this more on. Okay, there we go. So let's get into it. What must you choose between right now? Let's see if I could get an idea of what it could be. So pile 1, we have the Knight of Cups. the Fool. Okay, I might be wrong about the career thing. The Ace of Swords. And the Star. Wow. Okay, you might be having to decide on a move. Maybe you have a choice between movement. Some of you, your choice about moving has a lot to do with a loved one. With the Knight of Cups here, it gives me the energy that there could be someone, someplace that you really love that is thinking about you um a lot. And there's this energy of wanting to take this leap of faith, this risk. It feels like there's some kind of risk involved in movement. So it's like this person here is ready to take this move, to take a leap, to leave the familiar, to go towards what is unknown. But there is some hesitancy here. There's some honesty, some communication that needs to come in for this fresh new start to take place. But it's what's wished for. It's almost like you guys are dreaming of this, of either going towards someone you love, like moving closer to them, or maybe they're tugging you that way. It's like an energetic pull because I get the energy that you're ready to make a leap, a risk, and that someone else is kind of open to it, but there's some kind of hesitancy. I really feel like there's communication that needs to take place. But it does feel like it's something that's been prayed for, wished for, like a wish, a prayer that's being heard. Maybe you want like this beautiful home. You've always wanted your own home. Maybe you want a home where you could share it with someone. I do see children in the energy of this reading as well. You may have kids, or you may be going pulled towards someone who does, but it's a very whimsical energy around a desire to either move closer to someone you love or to move someplace you've always wanted to go. You've always wanted to live that maybe felt like it just wasn't possible. It just felt risky. Okay. So, what signs will help you to decide? What are the things that will kind of show you what choices to make? So, you have the Cross. Sacrifice, down for the cause, release, let go, giving up, surrender, puts others first, for the greater good, purpose driven, heed the call. I'm not reading every word, by the way. I'm reading what's relevant. And that is the number 9 in the house of Pisces. So I am hearing like release, healing, retreating, privacy. Um, so I do see one of the signs could be when you have a need, like you kind of want to just be alone. You have this, you get into this energy of where you just start cutting things off and getting rid of things that are no longer serving a purpose in your life. Um, when you start to feel this pull to put yourself first and just surrender. You also have convertible, many options, free will, adjacent possibilities, choices, flexible, adaptable. That's how your reading started. Freedom, change, enjoyment, going with the wind, alternatives, and preferences. So, and this is like Gemini energy. So I do feel like there's something with travel, with the Gemini coming through, and communication. I do feel like one of the signs will be when you go to communicate, to talk about this move. Maybe you'll go to meet with a realtor, you'll go tour a place, you'll go meet with maybe this person that feels like you're trying to move closer to or wants to move closer to you. Um, but you're gonna have a lot of different possibilities open up that you would have to adapt to the change or just like be open to alternative ways of living. Um yes, so when you feel like you're faced with so many options and things are really moving quickly, that's another sign. Especially when you end up having to travel to see this location or this person. You have pillory. Okay. Open dishonor, humiliation, finding fault, punishment, abusive, shut down, court, public ridicule and mockery, nowhere to run, serving time, vulnerable. This is also in the energy of Aquarius. So, I feel like another sign that it's time is when you are feeling funny around people. Maybe you're feeling like the friend circle around you is not true blue, or your money's not where it's supposed to be. You haven't found your soul tribe. You haven't gotten your wish fulfillment yet. And maybe there are people in your circle who are mocking you, ridiculing you, shutting down towards you. Um, I feel like when you're in a point where you feel very vulnerable, like, and you're looking for somewhere to place the fault, the blame, or when you're in a situation where you feel like someone's trying to punish you, it could almost, I hope not, you wouldn't sit in an abusive relationship, but it just feels like when you are in a situation that feels humiliating, dishonorable, and you feel like it's nothing you can do, or like you're stuck in a certain predicament that is opposite of what you wished for. It's like a sign that it is time to make this leap. And Dear John, isn't this interesting? He's in a book, and now there's a letter being written, and this is in the energy of the sign of Capricorn. Is it? Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So it says rejection, cold hard truth, breaking up, set boundaries, divorce, strange situation. It's not you, it's me. The end, final word, cutting cord, something's not working. Wow. So when you find yourself writing a letter or telling someone you're ready to part ways, this could, I'm getting love relationship because divorce is here, and setting boundaries and telling somebody the cold hard truth. It's like when you have to tell someone a truth that you know is going to cause chaos, social societal chaos. Like maybe you're a part of a social circle that with this truth is going to cause a shakeup. um this card is giving me like a tower moment, and maybe you're in a strange situation that now you have to tell this person, like, it's not you, it's me, I just can't do this anymore. But when you get to the point of divorce or cutting people off or someone off, it feels like a breakup where you have to reject someone or tell them a harsh truth. You have two fives here. So one of the main signs is going to be when there's a transition happening, when things feel like they're naturally having to change and go in a certain direction. Also, number nine card, number nine. So I know that you're coming to a completion, to an end of a journey, which is why you're back at 0 and 1. So yeah, you, everything that's happening right now for you is in sync. So even if you feel thrown off, it's like, no, this is supposed to be happening, is what I'm hearing. All right. So, what's the possible outcome if you don't choose? Hmm. So, if you don't make any choice at all, what could be the possible outcome? We have Dream Girls, Three of Cups reversed. I'm trying to think, where do I want to put them? No, just gonna have to try to make them work. You have the Ace of Cups, oops. You have the Death card, the King of Cups reversed, and these are my Broadway cards. So you'll see the Broadway plays Dreamgirls, Spam-A-Lot, Cats, Aladdin, and Ace of Pentacles, the Music Man. Let me see if I could shift these on down. Okay. So if you make no choice, meaning you don't try to make any changes right now, you leave everything just as it is, and you just keep on moving forward as if you never got this reading. What could be the outcome? Well, I see a disruption in a friend circle. Maybe discovering that friends were behind some kind of issue, or just I see the breakdown of a circle of people that you thought were very close to you. Um, or just no longer celebrating something that you once celebrated. I just get the energy of feeling like you were a part of a group effort to feeling like you're all alone. And or being, yeah, like feeling like you're all alone with something. Now I do see a opportunity. It's like no matter what you do, there's a new opportunity for love and for money coming your way. So they're kind of saying no matter what you do, this change is coming. With the death card here, the old life is dying regardless. It's like nothing you can do. This transformation is happening. And with the King of Cups reverse, um, the only issue I see with you doing nothing is causing somebody some serious emotional distress, like throwing someone off completely emotionally, like off balanced, and maybe ruining a friendship or a friend circle or something like that. Take it how it resonates. All right, so let's see what is the outcome if you make the right choice. And making a choice, period, is the right choice. Why do you only have three? Oh, okay. So it says plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, and action. The bud, potential, it's happening. Keep going. I just feel like by making a choice, you're going to open up so much potential for yourself. It really feels like a move with these roots here. And it says plant yourself here. And it just feels like you finding some place to move or to live that you can root and grow. Like plant yourself and then the bud. Like what kind of more synchronicity do you need with your cards? It's like it's happening. Keep going. The potential is there. So moving somewhere, I feel like, and planting your roots somewhere new is really going to be beneficial to you. Um, the fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, and potency. It's like by making this choice, you're going to find peace of mind. You're going to find a chance to really rest. Maybe you haven't really had peace of mind. When you think rest, you probably think sleep. No, rest. Like you don't have any worries, concerns, just peace. That's what will be the result. And just potency, just feeling potent, like just so filled with ideas and vibrant energy. And you have healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It just feels like making this choice will bring you a deep healing in a space where you felt it could not be possible. Maybe the move is something you felt like you couldn't do. Maybe getting moving closer to this energy, this person is something you felt was impossible. Um, they're kind of trying to remind you that by making a choice, you're trusting the process and the healing is going to be happening. And there's nothing about you that's broken, nothing about you that cannot be healed. Well, the last thing for you guys to hear is your advice moving forward with making your choice. And that is to suit up, show up, and open up. And I'm going to read you the message from the book. For the card, you are invited. It just makes me feel like you're invited to level up. That's like what I heard in my head. Like, you've been invited. All right, so a quote here says, "Never forget that life can only be nobly inspired and rightly lived if you take it bravely and gallantly as a splendid adventure in which you are setting out into an unknown country to meet many a joy, to find many a comrade, to win and lose many a battle." By Annie Besant. And the message is to feel the gentle tap on your shoulder. Notice the golden ticket in your hand. Oh, this is the golden ticket card. And see the red carpet leading to your highest destiny rolled out before you. You have been cordially invited to show up to the party with your unique gifts, talents, experience, perspective, joy, humor, and sense of adventure. On this hero's journey, you are an honored guest. You don't have to figure out how this will go. You don't have to weigh the pros and the cons or create a cost benefit analysis. Instead, leap, build your wings as you go, and trust that even if you fall, you will be falling forward. Even if you stumble and fumble, it will be into the ecstasy of expansion. And I do feel like there is an opportunity that you're being prepared for, that your dreams are preparing you for. Um, and you'll know it when it comes in. But I see some kind of invitation that's going to bring a sense of adventure coming in for you soon. Try not to be too hesitant and just follow your dreams or follow your heart. Your mantra: I am honored to have been given a golden ticket to participate in my best life. And that is the reading I have for you today, my pal ones. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe. We're always welcoming new light workers into this light tribe. Read the description, tells you about how you can book a personal reading, join my upcoming workshop, online workshop, Heart Work, uh, as well as where you can find me on my other platforms. And leave a comment. I love comments. I respond to everybody. I'm sending you so much light and love in your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pal 2. Till next time, ones. Bye. Hey, Pal 2. Welcome to your session. You were drawn to the call. Honor the whisper of your soul. This is your advice card, so I read that last. And this ring. My twos, I do feel like when I picked up this ring, I heard this Red Man song. Time for some action. Time for some action. I feel like you've been bored and it's time for something to shift in your life. This is my favorite ring. It's my tiger ring. And I'm just really feeling like it's time for something to shift in your life at this time. Um Something that it almost feels like you were kind of lying back on. You weren't really pushing or trying to pounce at like that, but it feels like I'm almost hearing like the sleeping cat has been awoken and or awakened. And now it's like time to make some moves, time for some action. That's all I keep hearing. It's time for you to do something. So let's see what you're being Let's see what you're being called to. What must you choose between right now? What are your choice? What are you choosing between? Pal 2. Wow. So Pal 2, you don't have a choice. Something is coming down the tower. Okay. So it's something I don't want to laugh at you because for the tower to be the first card out when it's like, what choice do you have to, right? And then it's like, kaboom. It's almost like saying you're out of time. Your choice, whatever choice you need to be made, it's like you've already been called to make the choice. Maybe you've made it already, but you're not taking action on it. And so source is about to step in, is what I'm feeling. Um, you have the you're the magician. You're a manifester. You're a master manifester. You're getting a lot of help from the spirit realm right now. Ooh, it gave me a tingle in my stomach, in my solar plexus. Like, you're getting a lot of help from the spirit realm at this time. Like, Animal spirit guides are giving you signs. Nature is showing you signs. And all you have to do is be in the energy of what you want. Nine of Swords, not in the energy of stressing about it. Two of Swords. More confirmation you have to make a choice you don't want to make. Wow. Okay, so my pal twos. What must you choose between right now? He literally looks like he's standing here saying, like, it feels like you want to call in what's best for you at this time. But it does feel like not being sure. Like, I don't know what's best. I don't know what to do. For some of you, someone else is manifesting you and you don't realize it. Maybe it feels like you're having all these tower moments. Things are falling apart around you that you thought were solid. For some of you, that is the energy of someone else pulling you in. Could be a soulmate, twin flame. Many of you, I feel like Source is stepping in. You've been trying to manifest something, but you haven't been letting yourself be in alignment with what you want. And it's like there's a fear around it, around actually getting what you want. It's like you're writing it out and then you're stressed about it. There's a fear around making a choice and not receiving it, or making a choice and receiving it and it not being what you thought. Therefore, you're in this limbo of wherever you lead me, Source. I don't want to know. I don't want to make a choice, because in making a choice, it's going to bring turmoil to someone else. It feels like more so than to you, but you feel like someone who carries other people's stuff. So I don't know if you have to walk away from someone, break off a relationship, whatever it is something that's going to knock everything, like could create a little chaos. But it's being balanced by this energy that it's almost like with the Magician there, it's almost like this is supposed to go this way. This is what you're calling in, or someone else is calling in, or your spirit team is saying this is what's needed. And right now, it could feel very like chaotic in your life, but you just have to trust the process. It's almost like, usually when I see the Two of Swords, it makes me think you need to make a choice. You know what you need to do, you know what you want to do, but there's a fear, so you're not doing it. Yeah, that is what they're saying to you here. But I'm also getting almost, they're allowing you to be blind. They want you to make this choice from your heart and mind coming together. They don't want you to make this choice by looking to see what it looks like first, or to see where it could possibly lead, or to see where it came from. They want you to make this choice based off of your heart and mind combining. That is creepy for me. I literally wrote a song called Heart. It's called Heart Over Mind. And I was singing it last night because an ex of mine made me remember it, because I literally wrote it about him. And I can't remember the whole chorus off the top, but I know it's heart over mind, boy, just take your time. If love's to be yours, don't be sublime. It's not a crime, boy, to go with what you're feeling. Speak your truth, baby. It's all just so healing. That verse right there, someone needed to hear that. Or there's somebody in your life that you feel that way about, boy or girl. But anyway, this is kind of leaving me kind of like, because it's not exactly saying what you must choose between, but it's kind of showing that you have to make a choice about something that's stressing you the hell out. So whatever it is that's stressing you out, Whatever it is you're worried about, and it doesn't feel like it's your own stuff. Maybe you're scared of hurting someone else. Maybe you're afraid of abandoning somebody else. You're manifesting, though, and someone's manifesting you. And your spirit team is helping you to continue to move forward, to just trust that you're being guided in the right direction. And yeah, you may have two options floating around there in your mind, but your heart's going to lead you to the right thing. All right, or person. So, what signs will help you decide? Because that's what you're going to need. Some signs. Eyeglasses. Assessment, evaluate options, review, analyze, perspective, opinion, judgment, examine, seeing clearly, the fine print, closer look, check the details. And this is in Taurus energy. So it does make me feel like when you are starting to question your self-worth, when you are finding yourself assessing and evaluating a situation that you're in, and you're starting to see it clearly that maybe you missed the fine print, maybe you agreed to something without really being aware of all of the details, that now as you're getting these details, you're going to start to want to relook at your options, because you want to gain what is worthy of you, you know? And so you want to review and analyze and assess. That's going to be one sign that it's time to make that choice. Okay. Or, well, it could kind of help you to decide once you do your evaluating and stuff. Then you have optical illusion. Not what it seems, mirage, trap, unclear, visual effect, confusion, head trip, trick, hallucination. All right. It really feels like one of the signs, one of the main signs for you is going to be when you're starting, and that's another 777. It's when you're starting to look at something that you thought was your wish fulfillment, something or someone you thought was your friend, something or someone you thought was going to bring you a lot of wealth. And maybe it looked that way. It all appeared to be something that would attract wealth, something that would be your wish fulfillment, something that would bring you peace. And when you find yourself looking at this thing like, maybe I was trapped, or maybe I was fooled into seeing this way, and now I'm starting to see it more clearly, it's another sign. Whatever that is that you're looking at and feeling like you didn't see it clearly before, or you were tricked, that is another sign of what you need to choose. Bonfire in the sign of Sag. Enthusiasm, energy, heated, intense joy, ignite passion, ecstasy, exhilaration, spark, community, sharing ideas, orgasm, get things going, fever, and fierce. I feel like another sign is when you get around like minded people and you start to feel your soul family. That's going to be an opposite feeling to the other thing you have to make a choice between. Maybe one is going to feel like your soul family, and one is going to feel like you're a fish out of water. Um, yeah, one of the signs is going to be when you feel your energy heightened, when you feel enthusiastic, when you feel like you found your community, or even for some of you, when you feel orgasmic with someone. They bring you so much passion and ecstasy. It's a sign that that's where you need to be. That is whatever brings you that energy, that's the direction you need to be headed in. And it feels like you're being guided that way. Yeah. And White Rabbit. Spark of curiosity, gnosis, spiritual awakening. It's time. Heeding the call. Research it. Inner knowing. Dark to light. Going down the rabbit hole. Waking from the dream. This has been something you've wanted, you dreamt of, and now it's coming in. You might find something sparks your curiosity, or someone, and it makes you want to look further in it. Maybe you have an experience with someone or something that brings like a kind of spiritual awakening that makes you want to go further down that hole. It's just, it's like you've awakened, and it's time for you to get into alignment with. Wow, I just realized it said heeding the call, and you have the call card. It's time for you to make moves. There's something you've been sitting in for way too long, pal, too, that your guides are saying, okay, it was not what it seemed. You've had your time to evaluate and assess. There's something else that really gets you going, got you very heated and sharing ideas and gets your energy going. And two Sagittarius energies. Yo, you got 777. That's nuts. I already was going to point you had 1 and 1. So, and 1 again. Yo, y'all need to. This pile here, you're having some kind of spiritual awakening. With 777, that's a sacred number. You are, I feel like you could be on the brink of partnerships that are from past lifetimes, contracts with source. I just see balance coming into your life when it comes to relationships in the spirit realm and in your physical realm. Then you have 111, which is like new beginnings, a whole new beginning, new life. I feel like this pile here, you're about to get a whole new life. I just heard the song. Why do I keep singing for this pile? I just heard the song A Whole New World with new fantastic things to see. I hope I said that right. I don't know if that's the words. That's why I shut it up. But yeah, I'm getting like you're stepping into a whole new world. When you remove that blindfold, you're going to be like, whoa, the journey my guides took me on, and look where I am. Wow. Your numbers got me bugging out. I'm like, 777111. Y'all need to look that up, see what the angels want y'all to hear today. All right, so let's see what signs. I'm sorry, what's the possible outcome if you don't make a choice and you just let yourself float and be guided? You have the Two of Wands in reverse, and this is the Broadway Tarot, so it's the Broadway play Billy Elliot. We have Phantom of the Opera with the Chariot reversed. Good grief. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed. We have the Magician coming through with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but he's reversed as well. And the Knight of Swords, Cabaret, reversed. Well, damn, you don't make a choice. It don't look too good for you. Let me see. Okay. So you making no choice in this situation, first off, it's going to stop you from flowing forward. Whatever this is you're sitting in or the choice you're having issues with making, it is in the way now of you moving forward in life. It's in the way of you seeing the world. It's in the way of you pursuing your dreams. It's blocking a lot. And by not making that choice, you're going to stay in this energy of safety, of I'm scared to go out and explore. I'm scared to try new things. The Chariot reverse is going to slow everything down. If you haven't already felt that way, that something has been in the way, well, you already had a tower. So it looks like God said, get that shit out of here. So that you could get back into your manifesting, but you're stressing about it still. This choice, not making it slows everything down, and whatever's coming in for you slows down too. With the Five of Pentacles reverse, it lets me know it's gonna kind of keep you in a state of not having and not belonging, feeling like you don't really belong and not having. Yeah. Your manifestations, whatever you want to manifest, whatever you're calling in, not coming in. With the Knight of Swords reverse, dealing with someone who is going to kind of stress you out. Arguments, I see somebody coming at you kind of crazy like, ugh, you got to make a choice, okay? Because, and I do see for some of you could be someone that's trying to put black magic on you to hold on to your energy. For some of you, I see somebody getting very possessive or demanding or coming at you with words that could be kind of set off some wild energy. But yeah, you have to make a choice because it feels like the situation that you're in right now, is holding you back. Like you can't move forward, and it's keeping you in poverty and unable to manifest more for yourself. All right. So, what is the outcome if you make the right choice? Which any choice you make is the right one. We have the mother line, ancestral work, healing, individuation. By making a choice, you'll be healing a generational issue. It feels like maybe in the woman of your lineage, there has always been an issue with healing from past relationships and heeding the call in regards to what you're meant to do in this lifetime. And I think by you making this choice, it's actually a form of ancestral work. It's actually going to be healing and help free up some of the energy that might have kept your ancestors like feeling stagnant in the past, the women, your mother line. So this is a part of your ancestral work. This choice you're going to make is going to bring a deep healing to the feminine in your ancestral line. I feel like you come from a line of feminines who settled. And when I say settle, I feel like gave up on dreams maybe for a relationship, didn't pursue creative gifts because of having children, stayed in a marriage that didn't make them happy because of vows or societal standards. And I feel like you're kind of meant to go in another direction. And by doing that, it's going to bring some kind of healing in for your ancestral line that you're going to feel open. Yeah, say yes. Open, not broken. Trust life. You might have been drawn to power one as well. It's feeling like a similar message, but not 100%, but close. By making this choice, you're showing source you trust and that you're going to be guided in the right direction regardless. It opens you up to receive. It puts you in a vibration of yes. And it shows that you are not broken, that you are able to be revived and resurrected and, phoenix energy here. But by making a choice, you're open to receive some new blessings that want to come in. And I really feel like your ancestors are orchestrating this. You also have the grandmothers. What did I say? Like, I feel like your ancestors are really behind this choice here. And it looks like a lot of the feminine ancestors. Remember your roots, perspective. I feel like whatever choice you are meant to make, you cannot make a choice that pulls you away from who you are. And I feel like your feminine ancestors are coming through to remind you that by making a choice, you are not only assisting in doing ancestral work that they weren't bold enough or ready to do in their lifetime, but also you're making this choice without losing yourself. You're remembering who you are and where you come from and what you are meant to do here and what your purpose is. So you can say yes because you're not broken. You can trust that no matter where you are in life, you're still going to be connected to your ancestors. You're still going to be who you are. And I think that's very important for this pile. Your ancestor, I was about to say ancestor walker. I call myself the ancestor dancer. But like you're very connected to your ancestors. And the line of women are coming through right now in this situation. They're the ones trying to help you most of all. And at the same time, their assistance is not so much in helping you to make a choice, but in making a choice that allows you to continue to be you. Wow, that came through strong. And you have released the petals, transformation, shedding, all change. So making a choice, you're going to release your past completely. You're going to go through a huge transformation when you make a choice. It's going to shed everything that you felt restricted you or held you back or got in the way of forward movement. And you're just going to feel free, like totally see your life transform because everything else has been shedded. Everything else has changed. Wow. And your last card is advice moving forward with making your choice, and you have honor the whisper of your soul. That is your advice moving forward and making your choice. But I'm going to read you the call. Why does it want to open to the quest? Because that's the next step. You guys are ready for the quest now. But here's your advice. And it says, the quote says, and the day came when the wish to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Quote by Anais Nin. And the message is, what is your true calling in life? What special gifts have you been given? What is the unique niche that only you can inhabit? What situations bring out your bliss? What do you typically get complimented on and shrug off because it comes so naturally? These important questions can help you recognize that Aristotle called intellecti, the great one of a kind potential you've been encoded with. Aristotle also said intellecti is when the soul is actualized in the body. Dreams are important because they speak the language of soul. They are a compass, always pointing you in the right direction, helping correct your course when needed, and letting you know, sometimes loudly, when you've fallen asleep and need to wake up. Didn't I say this is the cat here? Was like chilling, resting, kind of sleeping, but now it's like time to get up and take action. That's what I really feel, that right now your soul is being called to make moves towards its calling. And that's what you're struggling. You're struggling to hear the whisper of your soul, but not even to hear it. You're struggling to follow it because of some fears of making a wrong choice. All right. I feel like your high self is trying to get your attention at this time, and you're being called to wake up to the next step along your path. If you've been straying, this card is here as your wiser self attempting to wrangle you in. So maybe you've lost focus. Maybe you've been so focused on one choice, you're not looking at a different choice, or at this time, they're just saying, listen to the calling of your soul, and that's all you need to know where to go in any aspect of your life at this time. Okay? And your mantra, I wake up and everything I do moves me toward the fulfillment of my greatest dreams. And that's how you need to be moving, my pal twos. And that is what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If this did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please remember to subscribe. Hey, welcome. We always love adding more light workers to this light tribe. And leave me a comment. I answer all comments, and I love to be able to connect to your energy further, as well as read the description. Tells you about all the other platforms you can vibe with me on, how to join my upcoming workshop, Heart Work. And I had to do it one time in one of these groups. And yeah, book a personal reading. I'm sending you so much light and love in your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Until next time, Pal 2, I'll be back with Pal 3. Bye. Hey, Pal 3, welcome to your session. You were drawn to the thin veil. Let go and let glow. This is your advice card, so it is read last. You're also drawn to the dragonfly ring with, I believe, to be imitation moonstone / opalite underneath. But why I really gravitated to this ring is because of the dragonfly. The dragonfly is like the window to me of the dream state of illusion. You know how dragonflies can fly very fast, like you can't even tell they're zipping, zip, 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 and then they can hover. They can hover and then zip, 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 like, and they have a huge, long body carried by these little wings, and it's just a magical being or entity. And I just feel like if you're drawn to this ring or this pile, there's some kind of magic at work in your life that you cannot see right now. Or maybe you're starting to see it. But there's something magical about to take place in your life. And I think this choice, making this choice here, is like the dams opening or something to let everything that wants to come in, come in. So let's see. What must you choose between right now? What is possibly the choice you are facing? So pile 3, you have the 7 of Wands. Something that you felt like you had to really go hard for. You had to defend it. People might have thought whatever this choice was is not a good idea. At least not the one that you want to make. Let's see. The Hermit. Wow, you've been doing a lot of spiritual work and making these moves on your own. 8 of Swords. You feel stuck in one of these choices. And the Lovers. It's a relationship. Oh. I was surprised no one got this card earlier as something they had to choose between. So there is an ending. I do feel like you have to choose between walking towards someone, walking away from someone. With these two cards, this is somebody about to move forward, but they got all this light because it's like, ooh, I don't know why that knocked over. Let go and let go. But it's like having all of this light, needing all of this light to light up the darkness, to go up against the dark is what I felt. It's just something that maybe it feels like you're going to have to defend yourself against. A choice that if you make it, people are going to question. Like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you? It feels like a lot of people you're going to have to answer to. Yeah, but you want to walk away from something. Something that's been calling to you for a long time. And it just is your son. Something that will bring you joy and happiness. And you're spiritually being guided towards it. I almost feel like for this pile, you already made a choice, but you're afraid. With the 8 of Swords here, you feel stuck. But you're not really stuck. But you're under this impression that you are. That you cannot actually make a choice. Maybe that's why in your Hermit moving, you're old. And it almost looks like you're not going to be moving fast. It's almost like you feel restricted. Even with the defense here of defending your choice, it's almost like you can't move forward still. The lights are there to light the way forward where you're supposed to be going, but there's still an energy of slow movement. And then it does feel like you feel trapped. You can't move towards what you want. And it does feel like it's this soulmate. Now, if this is a career of your dreams, a friendship of your dreams, just know you're connected by the soul. You're connected by a contract prior to this lifetime. So there's something or someone that you really feel called to that is actually a calling. It is for you. But there's something you're stuck in or something you feel stuck in that you feel keeps you from that. And that's what you have to choose between. Whether or not you're going to maintain stuck in something that feels like it's slowing you down from forward movement. Could even be something that is spiritually holding you back. Maybe you're in a religion or that is making you feel like you're stuck, and now you're going on your choice is to go on your own spiritual journey. And along that journey you may find your love for the divine becomes so much more deeper. But it really feels like this is some kind of spiritual awakening to the fact that what you really want to move towards, you feel like you can't. You feel elusive to it. So I feel like you have to choose whether or not you're going to remain stuck or if you're going to allow yourself to be guided forward. It almost gives the feeling of someone waiting for you to come down the road or vice versa. But energetically, you're still feeling stuck in the attic, like you can't move forward. All right, so let's see. What signs will help you decide, pile 3, on what choice to make? And you have still. Refinement, taste, culture, style, fine-tune, concentrate, develops over time. Draw out, infusion, spirits, alcohol, reduction, cultivation. So, and this is in the energy of Taurus. So I do feel like one of the signs will be when you are actually not even, you're just out having a good time. I'm hearing like luxury or new culture or refining your taste for certain things by going to places you've never gone before. It could even be a time where you've been drinking or alcohol is involved or a strong sense of perfume will be signs. These are all signs that the choice you need to make, maybe it's in your face at that time or it's telling you like it's time to make it. Okay, maybe those things will help you to make it. You have the number 4 in the sign of Libra with yoga, contemplation, deep breath, centered, go within, steady, balance, relax, take a break, inner child healing, meditate, time alone, balance, chakras, reflection, wellness, and rest. So when you start to feel more like you need to get yourself in balance, or maybe you'll start to feel more balanced, there's just something with being still, um, you know, stuff that takes time to mature. So, like, if one of the choices you need to make has to deal with something that it feels like it's getting better as time goes by or it improves, that's a sign that that's the choice you need to make. Um, Also, going within, feeling more like you're having more time to relax, more time to take breaks, getting your chakras balanced, you're having more time to be alone. These are signs, okay, towards that choice. You have no. The answer is no. The situation or event is not unfolding at this time. So another sign is when it feels like things are not happening. It's just not moving. This could be in a marriage, it could be in your career, whatever it is. It's a time where it feels like you got up to a certain point to cross a bridge into a new life, and it's like, no, not the time. This is not the time. When you get hit with that feeling that, and 4 4, all of the powers have had number synchronicities. Um, so already we got 2 4s. But yeah, one of the signs is when it feels like things are flowing and then it stops. And it's like, no, it's not ready yet because it needs time to refine. Whatever the choice is that you have to make, I'm getting straight up that the right one or the one you should lean towards is the one that you feel connected to when you go within, when you deeply breathe, when you get balanced, when you rest and take a break. The one that it seems like has to refine, the one that needs time to develop, the one that needs to be healed and purified. That maybe this was a friendship, a job, or a love relationship where toxic things got involved. This is something that needs cultivating, okay? And that'll be another sign. And we have olive branch in the zodiac sign of Scorpio, which means a huge transformation or change. Truce, surrender, giving in, come to terms, de escalate, peace offering, reprieve, ceasefire, agree to disagree. Oops, sorry, I hit my mic. Um, so another sign is going to be when there is some kind of peace made. Maybe you're in a disagreement right now with someone or one of these options, and perhaps that has you feeling like I really can't make a choice because I don't know what to do. One of these options, there's boundaries between us, and the other option I feel is slowing me down from forward movement. One of those options is going to come in to offer some kind of peace, to kind of want to de escalate maybe where there might have been tensions between you guys. When that shows up, or that person shows up, maybe to apologize, maybe to just say, I don't want animosity between us, or I don't want any bad energy between us. When this peace offering comes in, look to see who it comes from or where. That's going to be the choice you should make. That's going to be synchronized with the choice you should make. So even if it's a job, it could be a job you had before where you were treated unfairly and underappreciated, that comes back in like, hey, we're really sorry. We realize that we doodled on you and we want to make things right. That's the kind of energy that's coming in. Okay, that'll be one of the signs for you. Alrighty. So, what is the possible outcome if you don't choose? You make no choice and you're just like, I'm just going to sit in whatever I'm in. You have the Heathers. This is the Broadway Tarot, by the way, with the Devil. Hercules, King of Swords. There's something that is obsessive. There's something that you are not going to be able to get away from. Okay, hold on. We have the Page of Swords reversed with Kimberly Akimbo. You must have a social media presence too. We have the Queen of Cups reversed with Beauty and the Beast. And we have Funny Girl, the Star card, reversed. Wow, some of y'all do your choice. Your choice have anything to do with New York? Feeling that strong. Either it's a choice of moving there or there's somebody there of importance and significance in this choice you have to make. If you don't make a choice, you make none at all, you're not going to get your dream. Like what you've been praying for, what you've been dreaming for, you're not going to see that be satisfied. In fact, you're probably not going to be emotionally satisfied. Say word. Sorry, that's my oven if you heard that beep. Page of Swords reverse shows that you're watched on social media by possibly this King of Swords. So by not making a choice, it feels like there will continue to be obsession, maybe over one of the choices or both choices. It'll feel like you don't know what to do still. You'll constantly feel like you're under the control of these two poles, these two obsessions, things that are obsessed with you, it feels as well. And has you in this position like you're the devil, like you're holding onto these two energies and you need to release one. By not making a choice, there is one energy that's going to get fed up, a King of Swords. So you might experience coldness, a lack of compassion, a cutoff of emotions, um, maybe harsh words towards you, lies even. Um, yeah. It's almost like someone's going to be going hard to hold on to a throne and watching you hard on social media. But yeah, you won't find your true happiness. You if you don't make a choice, you're just going to feel like you're trapped in something that you can't control. All right. So if you make the right choice, which no matter what choice you make, it will be the right one. So by making a choice, what will be the outcome? And you have trust the seasons, change, transition, growth, and cycles. So you will bring a cycle to an end and truly transition. I feel like you'll be up leveling. When I hear trust the seasons, it's like a growth spurt. We're in autumn as I'm doing this reading now. So it is a time of release and transformation and letting go. So that they're saying you need to take this time to do that so that there can be a rebirth by the spring. But by making a choice now, you're actually going to bring in this change that is necessary for you to go through this transition. It's time for you to move into your next season of life. I feel like you've lingered here too long, is what I'm hearing. All right, you have the bloom. Yep, creations realize, right time, celebrate. I feel like your creativity is going to get a boost when you make this choice. You're going to start to feel more creative, and this is the right time. It's the right time for you to do it. It's time for you to bloom. It feels like it's been long overdue with this cycle stuff, and it's giving me the energy that now it's like, come on, Let's go. It's time for you to bloom. It's time for you to do everything that will be the cause for celebration now. You have the wastelands, the sustainability, and slow down. I feel like right now you might feel like you're in the wastelands, but you're meant, by making this choice, you will be able to slow down. I feel like there's something where it feels like you're constantly working, you're constantly pushing, you're constantly on social media, you're constantly trying to look for the next thing. And it's because you feel like you need to sustain some kind of energy or some kind of relationship or some kind of a wish or goal, and you're draining yourself. By making a choice, you'll be able to slow down. You'll be able to sustain more energy, more finances, more of your time. And lastly, the rose garden. Innocence, forgiveness, and self kindness. Yeah, I feel like you'll get a huge boost physically in your health by making this choice. It'll return you to an energy of, it feels like a renewal in a sense, where you can forgive yourself as well as anybody that might have anything to do with pitfalls in your life. Um, I just see you by making this choice, it'll be seen as a kindness to yourself by yourself who feels like you've been resisting this transition, this growth for a minute now. It's time for you to celebrate. It's time for you to bloom. And I really feel strongly for this, pal. It's time for you to get out there creatively. You might have some kind of creative gifts or talents. If you've been trying to decide between a career move, just know that your career for this pal feels like is truly based in your creativity, the things that you create and you bring forward into the world. And I see that when you make this choice, that is going to get a huge boost. Like I feel like a job is going to come in, a calling, a contract, or something. So let me give you your advice moving forward with making your choice. And that says, let go and let glow. The thin, thin veil. First thing I heard was like, just let everything and everyone go. And, focus on loving on yourself. But that might not be what they mean. That's what I heard. So someone needed to hear that. So the quote says, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Quote by Anais Nin. There's a special relationship between death, dreams, and meditation. These states reside on the other side of the veil, where perception widens and dimensions that always existed are suddenly accessible and in plain view. When you firmly identify with the ordinary world of the tangible and three-dimensional, it makes sense to resist crossing through the veil because of its perceived association with loss, destruction, or annihilation. However, when you do journey back and forth across the veil, you carry multidimensional wisdom to the ordinary world to remind everyone that they too have access to this heavenly elixir. When tragedy strikes and you are catapulted from your comfy, cozy world across the veil and into the extraordinary realm, you no longer need to fight the transition. Rather, be grateful for the opportunity to deepen and live into more of your potential. So, your advice at this time is that there's an ending of a pattern or a relationship that's coming in, and this is happening because it's suggesting a new cycle is about to begin. So it may feel like a death, this relationship, or you may be brought together into another relationship through a death. There's just something with death or dying that is ending a pattern for you. All right. And it's symbolizing transformation and change in a relationship. All right. So you need to release fears at this time, is what I'm hearing. If you want to survive and thrive in the current life circumstances you're dealing with, because a paradigm shift is being provoked right now. And it's to get you into out of these fears and into alignment with what is coming into your life at this time. Um, you're meant to tap into your wisdom, and that'll show you how to survive and thrive upon the noble path that you're on. Okay, I hope that made sense. I feel like I was all over the place with that. But it really has a lot to do with transition, is their advice, to allow transformation and transition to take place. Because in doing so, you're going to find your energy is revived and you'll be able to live more fully into your potential without these anchors or things dragging you back or holding you back. So your mantra is the awareness of the preciousness of life puts a gale force beneath my wings. And that is your message, my pal threes. Look at all these rings I got on there. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe. We're always welcoming in new light workers into this light tribe. Leave me a comment, y'all. It helps me to vibe with your energy and connect you into these sessions and your guides much better. And I answer all comments. And lastly, read the description. Tells you about all the ways we can vibe on my other platforms. You can book a personal reading, join my upcoming workshop, Hard Work, and yeah, stay connected. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. I had a brain fart. Sorry, y'all. Peace, blessings, and all the good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. Until next time, love y'all. Bye.